You know, when buying snacks for the game, you might have noticed one thing. Sports drinks bottles are smaller. A bag of chips has fewer chips, but they're still charging you just as much. And as an ice cream lover, what makes me the most angry is that ice cream cartons have actually shrunk in size, but not in price.
That's President Biden's Super Bowl video where he ordered snack manufacturers to stop shrinkflation. Even the most powerful man in the world cannot change the laws of economics. Ordering the economy to do better doesn't work. Only policy changes do. Richard Goodstein knows that. Democratic strategist, former advisor to Bill and Hillary Clinton, is with us now. Would Bill Clinton have ever recorded a video like that?
Like Bill Clinton, Joe Biden stands up for the average person. That's why he's been on this rampage about these junk fees, banks, airlines, you name it. Look.
Well, hold on. I'm glad you brought that up, because the junk fees, shrinkflation, baggage fees, all this kind of stuff, those don't go into the inflation number. So the inflation numbers we got today, consumer prices up 3.1% in January from a year earlier, core inflation even higher at 3.9, not what the White House wanted to hear. And that doesn't count the shrinkflation that comes into all this. I'm wondering if one of the reasons that we have this big disconnect between how the White House says the economy is doing and how people feel the economy is doing is what you just talked about.
Actually, first of all, let's concede, can we, that the U.S. economy is the envy of the world. Job growth is higher and GDP growth is higher, and inflation is lower than our economic competitors, right? It's down two-thirds. It's down two-thirds from its peak. And the fact of the matter is, by any standard, stock market, again, wage, and yes, people have this odd thing. They say the economy is doing poorly, but when you say, how are you doing? 60-some% are saying, I'm actually doing pretty well or very well.
Well,
and I think in 2024, they're saying, I think actually 85% said it's going to be a good year.
So, all right, this is where I think the divide might be, and I think it's an interesting point. This is Rasmussen polling. Among the elite, those making over $150,000 a year, those living in an urban center, and those with a postgraduate degree, 74% say their finances are getting better, compared to just 24% of registered voters. President Biden, among the elite group, gets an 84% approval rating compared with 40% of non-elites. I'm wondering if maybe the White House is high a little bit on their own supply.
Well, I'll meet your Rasmussen poll with a Harris poll that is the one that's showing that, again, 63% say for themselves they're doing quite well. So, you know, it's an odd thing. And look, I think the Republicans, we know this. I don't think you would dispute that. No matter what was happening, they could be getting $1 million checks per day, and they would say the economy is doing poorly. So let's factor that into these kind of poll results, right? I think most people recognize that, again, stock market's all-time high. Job creation is crazy high, right? And, again, inflation is now coming down. And who was on your show a year ago predicting a recession? Every single economist. And we're not getting one. We're getting that soft landing.
Okay, so again, all great. So then why is President Biden's approval ratings on the economy so terrible?
Again, I think progressives who want the moon. They want climate change to stop tomorrow. They want all these.
Isn't this part of the problem, though? You've got a president who wants progressive policies, right, and implemented a lot of progressive policies, including spending $1 trillion we didn't have, that fueled the very inflation that's crushing working-class Americans.
It didn't fuel the inflation worldwide. Again, the U.S. is lower in inflation than all our economic competitors. And there's nothing that Congress did that made inflation higher in Europe, okay? And the infrastructure bill was not liberal. Lowering prescription drug prices was not liberal. You know, go down the list of, you know, the chips and science bill to get semiconductor chips, so we're not dependent on China. Donald Trump talked a great game about China. Biden's actually tackling it. So those are not liberal things. Okay. Those are actually quite moderate and effective.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Leland.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.